Welcome back to my YouTube channel, LC Coins World, where every coin tells a story and every story takes us deep into history. Value, culture, and legacy. Today, we journey back to the early 20th century to explore one of the most iconic and historically rich coins of Central America, the 1934 VN-Balboa coin from Panama. This is not just a coin, it is a symbol of identity. It is a link between two worlds, and it reflects the birth of a nation shaped by global forces, politics, and economic aspirations. The year was 1934, and the Republic of Panama was still forging its identity as a young sovereign nation after gaining independence from Colombia in 1903. Panama found itself deeply connected to the United States due to the construction and ongoing operation of the Panama Canal, a project that would reshape international trade and solidify Panama's strategic importance. The economy of Panama was tied closely with American interests, and the country's currency began to reflect that relationship rather than adopting a completely new system. Panama decided to base its monetary system on the US dollar and, in doing so, created its own coins which mirrored American standards in weight and size but held deep national symbolism. Enter the 1934 VN-Balboa coin. This silver coin is named after Vasco Núñez de Balboa, the Spanish explorer who in the early 1500s became the first European to see the Pacific Ocean from the New World. The decision to place Balboa's image on the coin was more than symbolic. It was a political and cultural statement. Panama was asserting its Spanish heritage while simultaneously aligning its economy with the United States. The coin was struck in 900, fine silver with a diameter and weight equivalent to the US half-dollar, and became a major component of the Panamanian economy. The design of the coin was carefully considered. On the obverse, you find a heroic depiction of Vasco Núñez de Balboa clad in conquistador armor, facing left with a proud and noble expression. This imagery was chosen not only to honor the historical figure, but to convey strength, resilience, and heritage to the Panamanian people. The word Balboa appears prominently above his portrait, emphasizing national pride, while the date, 1934, situates the coin in a period of both national growth and global economic turmoil. On the reverse side of the coin lies the national coat of arms of Panama, an intricate and richly symbolic design. The arms include the Isthmus of Panama, two crossed rifles and swords representing defense, a shovel, and a hoe for labor and agriculture, and a cornucopia representing prosperity at the center. The Eagle of Panama spreads its wings above a banner bearing the national motto, Pro Mundi Beneficio, which means for the benefit of the world. All of these elements combined made the 1934 Balboa coin not just a medium of exchange, but a declaration of Panama's values and aspirations. 1934 was a pivotal time for world economies, still reeling from the effects of the Great Depression, and the role of silver in coinage was under close scrutiny in many nations. Despite these pressures, Panama continued to mint silver. Balboa's preserving the coin's intrinsic value and reinforcing public confidence in the currency. These coins circulated widely, not just within Panama, but also in U.S. military bases and throughout the Canal Zone, effectively operating in tandem with American money and gaining familiarity among international traders and collectors. Over time, the 1934 Balboa gained historical significance, especially among numismatists, for its design rarity, and condition coins from this year are now sought after because they represent the earliest generation of Panamanian silver coinage that was not only beautifully crafted but also played a functional role in the nation's economic development. Most examples in circulated condition remain affordable to collectors, while uncirculated or proof specimens command higher premiums in the global market due to their scarcity and pristine condition. What makes the 1934 Balboa even more fascinating is its cultural resonance among Panamanians and historians. The coin reminds us of a time when Panama was asserting its place in the world, drawing on its Spanish past, embracing American economic frameworks, and establishing a unique national identity. This fusion of influences created a currency that was both practical and symbolic, serving not only as money but as a medium for national pride and historical memory. Throughout this 2-hour exploration, we will break down the full mintage figures, production details, the international context in which the coin was released, its impact on daily commerce in Panama, and the evolving collector Demand from the 20th century to the modern day, we will look at comparisons between this and other denominations like the quarter, Balboa and full Balboa, as well as the shift from silver to copper nickel in later decades. All of this paints a picture of a coin that is not just a relic, but a living artifact of Panamanian and world history. So whether you are a seasoned coin collector, a student of history, or someone with roots in Panama, the 1934 VN-Balboa has a story that will capture your imagination and respect. Stay tuned as we unfold the layers of design, history, economy, and legacy behind this incredible piece. Welcome once again to LC Coins World, where coins are more than money. They are history in your hands.
Where we explore the rich history of coins from around the world. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and historically significant coins in American numismatics, the 1881 Morgan silver dollar. This coin is a true piece of history, representing a crucial period in the United States' economic and monetary evolution. Over the next 2 hours, we will cover every aspect of this incredible coin, from its origins and design to its production, circulation, and numismatic value. We will also discuss its role in the broader economic and political context of the late 19th century, the significance of silver in American coinage, and the lasting legacy of the Morgan dollar series. The Morgan silver dollar was first introduced in 1878, following the passage of the Bland-Allison Act. This legislation required the U.S. Treasury to purchase large quantities of silver and mint them into silver dollars. The act was a response to the economic pressures of the time, particularly the struggles faced by silver miners in the western United States. The Coinage Act of 1873 had effectively ended the free coinage of silver, causing silver prices to plummet and leading to what was known as the Crime of 1873. The Bland-Allison Act sought to remedy this by reinstating the silver dollar as a standard coin. The design of the new silver dollar was assigned to George T. Morgan, an assistant engraver at the U.S. Mint. His design replaced the previous seated Liberty dollar, which had been in circulation for decades. The new coin featured a fresh, modernized image of Lady Liberty on the obverse and a powerful American bald eagle on the reverse. The Morgan dollar became one of the most iconic coins in American history, and its production continued until 1904, with a brief return in 1981. The year 1881 was significant for the Morgan silver dollar series. By this time, the coin had already been in production for a few years, and the U.S. Mint had fine-tuned the striking process to produce consistently high-quality coins. Morgan dollars were minted in 5 different locations in 1881. Each mint had its own production figures, and some versions of the 1881 Morgan dollar are rarer than others. The Carson City Mint, for example, produced fewer coins, making the 1881 Morgan dollar highly desirable among collectors. George T. Morgan's design for the silver dollar was revolutionary in many ways. The obverse features a left-facing portrait of Lady Liberty, modeled after Anna Willis Williams, a Philadelphia schoolteacher. Morgan wanted to depict liberty as an American woman rather than using the traditional Greco-Roman representation. The design includes the word liberty inscribed on her headband, with 13 stars surrounding her, symbolizing the original 13 colonies. Above her head, the phrase is prominently displayed, reinforcing the unity of the nation. The date 1881 appears at the bottom. The reverse of the coin features a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings, holding an olive branch and arrows in its talons. This imagery symbolizes both peace and military strength. A wreath encircles the eagle, and the phrase United States of America is inscribed above, along with $1 at the bottom. The powerful motto "In God We Trust" is placed above the eagle's head in elegant script. The 1881 Morgan silver dollar was struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it a total weight of 26.73 grams. It has a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a reeded edge. The high silver content contributed to its intrinsic value, making it a desirable coin not only for circulation, but also for holding and collecting. By 1881, the Morgan dollar was a key component of American commerce, particularly in the western states, where silver mining was a major industry. However, the coin was not widely circulated in the eastern United States, where paper currency and smaller denominations were more commonly used. Many Morgan dollars were stored in treasury vaults, only to be released into circulation decades later. This phenomenon contributed to the survival of high-grade examples, making some uncirculated Morgan dollars available to collectors even today. The silver used in Morgan dollars came largely from the booming silver mines of Nevada, particularly the famous Comstock lode. The mining industry played a critical role in shaping U.S. monetary policy, as silver interests lobbied for continued coinage of silver dollars. This political battle over silver, often referred to as the Free Silver Movement, would continue for decades, culminating in major debates. During the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the 1881 Morgan dollar is highly sought after by numismatists, with certain mint-marked versions commanding significant premiums. The 1881 Morgan dollar is particularly rare and valuable due to its low mintage. High-grade examples in mint state condition can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. Other versions, such as the 1881. Thank you for watching LC Coins World. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1881 Morgan silver dollar, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content on rare and historical coins. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we will explore another fascinating piece of numismatic history. See you next time.